Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Blue 80, Blue 80. 59. Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Time with Johnson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Green once again the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's got his man here. It's Green. Give him 30 yards there. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
Yeah, the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready, set. Hey, Charlie.
Throwing now, Elway on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett. Just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. They'll wait to throw on second. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hill. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They'll indeed go for it with Elway. And it's complete to Kelsey. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. To throw is Elway. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but it must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Elway to throw again. It's complete to Brown, right side. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? Just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Exit.
Off the play fake. Elway. Underneath to Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 4-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now here comes Kansas City. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down, Kansas City.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Matchbox right. Watch the pass. Check 31. Check 31. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Here's Elway to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
And it's third down.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third. Again, it's Elway. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tack McKinley gets to him well behind the line of scrimmage. That is a loss of 17 yards. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on fourth down conversions. And here we go again. So here we go. Elway on fourth down. Going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Keanu. From up top next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, we were already excited for this game. And then before the contest, you and I are down on the field outside the white lines.
Yes, we were following the rules.
We were following the rules, and a ball comes over our direction, but we can't see it. Somebody yells heads up, and instinctively you turn around and you snare it one-handed with your off left hand. So now we're really ready for football.
No gloves either.
No gloves.
No gloves. Not like what the guys are wearing playing the game now. But wasn't that a whole lot better than that time we were down there? And I got to coffee spilled on me when I got nailed by the punt returner.
That happened to the Vikings, right?
Yes, a much better job of being heads up this time. Thank you for the notice.
This will be taken very short. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready, blue 80. Hey, Rick Williams. Watch the pass. Let's go.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It was P.J. Williams that time on the tackle.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On second down, Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. Tyreek Hill, 58 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Yellow. I'm loading.
Mahomes now on first down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He got 29 yards that time. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. And this one complete right side to Funchess. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Mahomes again. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 48-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes. They're trying to put him on the ground. As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old, reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage. Because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now it's Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. From a yard out. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10. At their own 29-yard line.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Down these two. 480.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. K1 short. Gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Mahomes to throw. Caught left side, Hopkins. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And it's fielded at the 34. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan escaping the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now left side on the swing pass. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Flush to his right. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked by the Hall of Famer Mel Blount. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, but it's going to be 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Here they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Back home, it's the first carry for the former Georgia Bulldog, Gurley. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes, quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. First, and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Tack McKinley. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Yellow,
Working from the gun, Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Yellow.
Check.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Throw left side complete. That's Hill. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No, blitz coming, and And down he goes. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Had to pass there, third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. K1 short, able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now here's Mahomes. Throw complete right side to Cooks. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And that is caught. Herman Moore. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Herman Moore, 28 yards. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Hey, Tuesday.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Derek Brooks diagnosed that play so well, just like he did back in the day. Over 1,700 career tackles en route to being a first-ballot Hall of Famer.
Heck of a guy off the field as well, winning the Walter Payton Man of the Year award in 2000. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he gets it all the way down to the 3. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts As they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Now it's Ryan. And this is caught for a... Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. They'll run on first down. Johnson. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go.
And his first carry, he loses the football. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he loses the football a second time. And the Redskins scoop it. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Ryan. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Michael Strahan there to make the tackle. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Let's go, team. Big series right here.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hill. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet. Get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
We play to win. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set. Yellow lady. Yellow lady. Over.
55 to Mike. You got to get the ball. Do you get the ball right here?
You're good. You're good. My fool. Ready.
Hey, check back. Check back. Watch your
Breeze now on 1st down. And his pass incomplete.
Breeze pass. Thrown away and incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Watch the run.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Washington. That's the end of the first quarter.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Christian McCaffrey, 42 yards. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Johnson, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Ready. 25.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. On the crossing route, complete. It's Green. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
At their own 24-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Here's McCaffrey. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
First down, Redskins.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on the drive.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
He's got him in. Complete. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A.J. Green, 89 yards. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. When A.J. Green is on the field, you never know what you're going to get, but it's usually exciting, and that was certainly exciting.
He's an elite route runner, has big-time speed, tremendous body control, and I love the way he reacts to the ball in the air. He locates the ball a lot faster than defensive backs and makes plays on them, and they often turn out really, really good for the Cincinnati Bengals.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
Now it's Gurley. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. Caught by Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Ready? 5-9. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. On your team. Good, we're good. 5-4. Ready? 11.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. On 1st and goal, Gurley. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Flushed out right. He can run. Now Breeze lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Redskins scoop it. There he goes left side. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the shotgun, Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 31, Ryan. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. From 17 yards out, and the Falcons draw a bit closer.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
On first down, it's Gurley. They find some open field here. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Todd Gurley, 36 yards. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the gun, it's Ryan. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On first down, Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Lambo on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back them up 5. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And, CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep.
On
Ready. I don't know why his team showed up.
The left side caught by Diggs. 23 yards, the final tally.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Love. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Look out. 40.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. Give him 6 yards in the first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. CD, that call, it took some guts. It's not like they were at the 1-yard line. They had some distance to go.
They certainly did, and, you know, a lot of people might say that's fly by the seat of your pants type of coaching, but it's also sending a message out there. We're going to be unpredictable. You can't prepare for anything with us. You never know which way we're going to go. We zig, you zag.
And now some serious opening drive momentum.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry now, this is Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Ryan. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
50, 50. Come on, D.
On 1st down, Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Ready? White 25.
54 miles. Here we go, G. All day, defense.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now, right? The opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
Throw left side complete. It's Holt. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Luck, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Amari Cooper, 35 yards. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. This is taken at his 4. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. A.J. Green, 73 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
But listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now a play fake, and it's locked. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Myles Garrett in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have...
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. To throw on 2nd and 10. Ryan Ertz has it left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. To throw is Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field. Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This one caught left side by Cooper. And
they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 16 yards, a first down. Luck now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10.
Monday.
Switch. Alert three.
From the gun, here's Lop. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the red zone now, Lop. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense.
11.
Looking to throw again on second down. Luck. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Titans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Single.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. They'll run on 1st down. Johnson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple of extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. And they start the second half with Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Play action, Ryan. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. But now it'll be 3rd down. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try to hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
This is taken at about the 14. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it'll be Titan football.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. He's tired of me.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. The veteran Jason McCourty up to make the tackle.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
I'm coming after you.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. He sets to fire deep. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run with Miller. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Luck now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And some space here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in foot.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. That's 3 touchdown passes now.